Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome or welcome back to Billy Go's Prophetic Vessel. It's your girl, Billy Go, and we got a message for you. Please make sure you take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Welcome to your Capricorn the Chosen One channel. Let's get into these timeless messages, all right? Okay. I command in God's name all entities, parasites, evil monitoring spirits that's clothed in a cloak be returned back to sinners and replaced with good according to God, Yahweh, Yeshua Christ will, uncloak, contaminated, uncompromised, so it is, and thank you. Ooh, Nine of Cups, Page of Cups. Ooh. Ooh. We have some happiness over here. If somebody want to make an offer, they see you happy, they see you shining. Ooh, they see you glossing. Ooh, they see you popping. Ew. What we got? What we got going on? Ooh. We got the Knight of Swords. Somebody want to rush in real quick, real fast. Ooh. We got Justice in reverse. Okay, so you can feel like something's happening, something's rushing in, somebody rushing in, somebody coming in. Ooh, somebody coming in. Ooh. What's coming in? What's coming in, Holy Spirit? What's happening? What's happening fast? What's happening quickly? Temperance in reverse. King of Wands in reverse. Two of Swords, and my gosh. All right, so somebody's trying to hurry up and fuck with some shit. King of Wands in reverse. This is a twisted energy, okay? King of Wands in reverse. This is a player type of energy. So they're trying to hurry up and because temperance is also like a timing card for me too. In its upright position, it's almost giving like somebody's trying to hurry up and do something before some time runs out. Okay, betray you before some time runs out. What is this? I'm hearing like somebody's trying to beat the clock. We got Capricorn. Hey, Capricorns. Wherever you have it in your chart. Okay. The Devil card. Yeah. So somebody's trying to hurry up before time runs out to stop something, to stop you from being able to leave. All right, to stop you. Now this could be what has been happening, and somebody has been very aggressive. Not a source. They've been very headstrong on doing whatever this is. This could represent binding, to try to stop some sort of movement forward here. And if this has been happening, this could be causing some like heartache or grief for you or them, whatever side of the story that you're on here. Yeah, it's kind of we got the Sun card here. Full in reverse. So somebody's trying to. I'm being drawn to the chains that's connecting this person to this person here. You see this, right? And you know what? I didn't notice this either. I didn't know that this energy's legs was like the shape of a heart. So someone who has taken an interest in you, and it doesn't have to be a good one, it's been trying to bind themselves to you or bind you to them. And they're trying to hurry up and do this before some type of time runs out. And this is an energy that is a player. They're a player. This is somebody that is upward in age, and they play games. They make emotionally immature decisions on purpose. That's what that King of Wands energy does. They don't play fair. They don't really care about how the next person feels, because they like to play games that hurt other people so that it can benefit them, right? Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Thank you. We got the Nine of Cups in reverse, and we got the Four of Swords here in sideways. Knight of Cups upright. Ooh, for Judgment in reverse. My gosh, why? All right, so there's if you guys have been feeling like unhappy and shit like that, feel like things are going in your favor, it's because there's an energy, for those that this reading is for, that's been trying to bind you to them. They've been trying to bind you to them. So this could be like they're doing some bonding work. This could also be a corporation, or family that's trying to keep you stuck with them, stuck at their job, or stuck in the house, or whatever the case may be. And it's like trying to slow time down, trying to keep things where they are so that emotion doesn't take place. Oh my gosh, that's not good. All right. And they're doing this because they're unhappy. They're unhappy here. They're unfulfilled. They're not in their purpose. And they feel like things like time has just never been on their side. And so, but that doesn't make it okay for them to do this to you. We got with the devil here, is just like, so just be mindful here, because something they want to offer. There's an offer here. We got the Knight of Cups. There's an offer here, but this offer is to bind you. This is, and don't get it twisted. In very rare occasions can this Capricorn energy can be a positive one when it comes to like a binding contract, because contracts are binding. You just want to make sure you got a good contract, right? Some contracts people don't never want to leave because it's that good and pure. But this ain't that, right? This is something that is of hindrance to you. All right. Somebody's trying to make an offer for you to come, if this is love, to go back to them. If this was a company, to come back and work for them. If this was like a family member, hey, you want to come back to a family event, you want to come hang out with us again, you want to come stay with us, or whatever the case may be, whatever this offer is, or this could be you to somebody else. Flip energies as you see fit here. But because this energy has been like trying to bind you to them, whether they're doing binding spells or some other ways of trying to get you, it could be like a false mirror, somebody telling you that they love you, but they don't, but they want what you got. So they're going to say what they need to say what they need to say in order for this shit to take place. A false marriage, a false connection here. It's like you guys have been battling illnesses too, because of the spiritual work that they've been doing, or because of the backhandedness here that they've been doing, that they're trying to hurry up and do, so that what we did see the Sun card, so that what you don't have happiness or some shit. We got the Death card in reverse here. So they're trying to keep something from coming to an end when it comes to them. Somebody's doing some hard work to keep something from coming into it. And this could be you trying to keep things afloat for yourself, right? So that, because, depending upon the dark magic that is being used, these energies, men, listen, They've been seeing in all type of stuff to make people have those unaliving thoughts. You know, to and which this some of this could be some magic, magic, right? Um, that they're trying to hide the fact that they tried to send your way in order to bind themselves. See, when you are clearing yourself, you have to learn what goes into the type of magic that they do. So like if somebody's trying to do a binding spell, you got to know what all is going into that binding spell. When somebody's trying to bind themselves to you, there is a death that's going to possibly take place if things are not mitigated, which means a death to possibly seeing how much potential you could have made if somebody didn't attach their energy to yours. Because what that means is that binding, if this is not a, you know, because this is not a good binding contract, okay? Binding in something that's bad means the work that you put in, you may not see all the fruits, because some of the fruit that you would see is going to the other person that binded themselves to you, right? So I mean, so we can even take this as a marriage. If somebody binds themselves to you in that way, they tell you everything they want to hear, then and then you say I do or some shit like that, and make things official. Then okay, I got them to do that, so now I can cut the fuck up, because all I wanted to do was have access to their bank account anyway, and now that I do, it's no need to be faithful. It's no need to treat them good. It's no, because I already did what I needed to do. Master manipulator. So some of you guys need to be mindful of somebody just trying to bind themselves to you so they can get access to you in whatever way, shape, or form of what you have. Because again, going into binding work, like especially if this is spiritual work, that means again a death to, like, you're gonna experience losses. All right. Like let's say the Kardashians, because the Kardashians, you know, everybody knows like pretty much their wealth status, because it's pretty much public, you know, minus the things that they haven't shared. I know some things spiritually about them. What I will say is their wealth status, right? They could be like a quadrillionaire if, let's say, certain people didn't bind themselves to them, right? And mind you, millions and billions of dollars is still a lot of money. When you don't know that somebody bonded themselves to you spiritually, and you're getting millions and billions of dollars like that, if somebody bonded themselves to you, you're not going to see all your profits, because some of that energy is going to them and you're putting in the work. So you may think 30 opportunities is a lot. You know, let's say you get 30 opportunities in like 1 year. But let's say you could have got 60 opportunities in 1 year to choose from, that you want to take. But the other half of those opportunities went to somebody else that year because they bonded themselves to you. Well, because you thought that 30 opportunities, which is still a lot for you to come past your way in 1 year, you don't think anything of it. You don't get no spiritual checkup, you know, whatever, or think to ask this specifically, or whatever the case may be. So you know, you don't never know, right? You get millions, billions of dollars. That is a lot of money. So you don't think to check if somebody bonded themselves to you. A lot of times people don't understand the physical symptoms that happens, right? Because when you have that much money or that much status, you're able to mitigate a lot of those losses, right? You're able to, oh, my laptop went out. You don't take it as a Oh, somebody could have spiritually attacked you for that to go out. Because appliances do depreciate over time. Again, we're spiritual beings having a humanistic experience. We have to balance spirituality with practicality, right? You know, so when you're in that position where things break down, you can constantly, oh, I'll just re-get, or I'll just rebuy, or I'll just da 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 da, you know, which that is the point of being in a comfortable position so that you can do such a thing as that. Be able to replenish if something does need replenishing, right? And with ease. Also, at the same time, what people of high status with, you know, and so on and so forth, and wealth are having to do, and for a lot of you guys, what you are learning is how to not take everything as a coincidence and start questioning a lot of these things that are happening. Why am I experiencing? Why are a lot of things breaking down? Why am I experiencing this loss? Or why is all of these things happening at one time? Let me get a spiritual checkup. Let me get a spiritual checkup. Right? So let me ask, let me see. So for some of you guys, you need a spiritual checkup. This is a part of it, but this is general. You need to get a like, you know, you may need to get a reading. Shit. Some of y'all need to get it clear. You need to get unbinding. All right. You know what I just heard? These binding spells, which is also when somebody's doing a binding spell, it's also tied to death too. And it could be, but depending upon where that death is landing, it could be your health, it could be your finances, it could be, oh, and also too, if the energy feels like it can't get a hold of you, it'll try to take somebody else closer to you that you're always with, either a close friend that you may already consider family, and or one of your family too, that they feel is the weakest link, energetic wise, more susceptible. Not because they actually are like weak, you know. So you have to pay attention to that too. You have to pay attention spiritually when your friends and family are telling you things that's happening with them. You have to look with your, not only your physical eyes and listen with your physical ears, you also have to listen with your third eye and your clairaudience, your clairvoyance and your clairaudience. All right? And pay attention claircognizantly on the messages you're receiving. Okay? So, yeah, they're trying to hide the fact that they've been doing some unaliving work behind the scenes as well, you know, to try to stop your movement forward. Dang, they still trying to do this. So I guess because they feel like none of this worked, none of their tricks worked, so they feel like the only thing left here is like to, well, shit, I'm gonna have to offer them something, baby, and you better not accept that cup. Not from this energy for this reading. This ain't a good cup. This ain't a good cup at all. Okay? You see how they legs crossed? Like, you know, I may not be feeling the best, but I damn sure ain't finna be feeling good after sipping that. Don't you take that cup. Listen. All right, hey, can I cook for you? Can I give you something? If you want to go out and hang, let's go on a vacation. Here, baby. Hell no. Look, if you felt stuck, if you felt trapped, if you felt binded, you felt like you was always sick, or you know, felt like you was always unhappy and shit like that, felt like you constantly getting played by energies, you coming out. You coming out of spiritual jail. Okay? But somebody's trying to block your freedom. Somebody's trying to block you from seeing them, the snake in them. They're trying to block you from seeing the rat in them, the rodent in them. Okay? But you're going to have to, Seven of Wands, protect whatever this is coming in for you. Okay? Because somebody is trying to bind themselves to you. You're the emperor. That's why. regardless of gender. I don't give a fuck if you identify as being a woman. You're an emperor in this reading because that's the status that you have acquired with your hard work. Your emperor status. In a lot of cases, you're both emperor and empress status. All right? That's a thing. Okay? You guys, they don't know you're supreme beings in this bitch. Okay? Look at that. We got the Ace of Pentacles here. So, 5 of Cups in reverse. You guys are getting like a gift. Okay? And it's going to subside all depression, all anxiety, any fears, any uncertainty. You guys are going to be able to relax, kick your feet up. Look at this. This is Ace of Pentacles embodies all the pentacles, baby. You're going to have all the money. You're going to be shitting out money. You don't know what to do with it. You're going to be throwing up money. You don't know what to do with it, baby. You're going to be a quadrillionaire in this bitch. They're gonna have to create a new word because you're gonna outdo quadrillionaire. Okay? Listen. The Capricorns, we're gonna say Caprillionaire. You gonna be Caprillionaire, this bitch, because you surpassed financially. And remember, not just in physical currency, we talking spiritual currency too. Y'all finna be shitting motherfucking bricks of money. Oh, I can't get off the toilet, friend. Why? I'm shitting bricks of money. Let's go out to eat. I'm finna let me shit right quick. Okay, I just shitted out $100,000. Let's go. Okay. That's why niggas like, hey, can we talk? Can we go out? Because they need fresh energy to freshen up this binding work. Can we talk? Can we sign some contracts? What you doing? And this is not to downplay anybody because everybody needs a star. Everybody has a star. Any company that is of status now all had a start. Whether you made a deal with the devil to get your success or whether you thugged it out and waited on God. Everybody had a beginning. Okay? So, with that being said, this is not to say this people who's having a start, because I can't stand that when they want you to have experience, but they don't want to give you a job so you can get the experience. You use your discernment with who to give it to. All right? But this is energies here. They ain't of your status. You emperor status, okay? You big mama, big daddy. They could never. All right? I just told you both emperor and empress in this bitch, regardless of gender. Not binary. Okay? They could never. But this you, though. This you. Because you popping. But be mindful, though. Okay? Because they trying to, I'm here to catch you slipping. They're trying to catch you slipping. They're trying to catch you while your guards are down. And they're hoping that, and they're trying to use love magic in some senses so that it can sweeten like a sweetener. There are sweeteners that God allows. There are some sweeteners that God doesn't allow because it's manipulating the energies of the person where they need to make a decision based off their true emotions, not because they were demonically influenced. Does that make sense? You know, and it's a difference when you're using a sweetener on yourself to, like, you know, push gunk out the way, clear gunk out the way, and invite positive energy in, and you're doing it with God. That's one thing. But we talking about sweeteners that's used in black magic. No, God is not okay with that, because that's altering the person's true emotions and thoughts that they would originally have for themselves if they were not influenced by the energetic energy that you're trying to do and have. Let a person feel how they gonna feel. If they don't like you, let them not like you. If they don't want you, they don't want you. That may hurt. It may not feel good. But don't you want to be with somebody who genuinely wants to be with you? But we also have to be mindful here. This energy wanted you for what you have. They may want you for love now, you know, or this family member might treat you well now, you know, or this coworker might treat you well now, but baby, before they wasn't. You know, don't hold a grudge, but don't forget. Capricorns, I know we're notorious for holding grudges, but we better than that. We're evolving. We don't forget. We don't hold a grudge. We don't forget, because that's how we use our discernment. Last time you did this, last time you did that. And when you did that, I learned lessons, and I've been applying these lessons as wisdom. And my wisdom is telling me, based off those times, not to make this decision again. See, this is why you forgive, you don't forget. So you can use your discernment when different time comes. Because remember, if the entity can't work through this energy, it's going to try another energy. This is why you have to test the spirit. The spirits work through different vessels that they feel like they can. All right? So enjoy your gift from the divine. All right? You deserve it. This represents all the pentacles in the deck. That's a lot. But you deserve it. You finna be shitting out money bricks. You finna do your money pick. Your money pick, your brick. Hey! What we got? Racks on racks on racks. Racks on racks on racks. Hey, racks on racks on racks. All right. Yeshua cosigns. All right. And Yeshua loves you. And I do too. And that's what we got for you. Thank you all for your love and support. Here to truly, truly appreciate it. And always remember, you make your own decisions. Peace out, deuces.